www.rhythmicvocabularies.com. Today we're going to talk about de-stupefying your left hand. Or your right hand if you're a left-handed drummer. This is a problem that every drummer I've ever met has, and there's no mystery as to why. Everything we do is with our lead hand. When we're playing a gig, we're playing 8th notes, 16th notes on a ride cymbal or a hi-hat. So basically, we're getting all of this work to our right hand. Also, we're leading drum fills typically with our right hand, and there's usually extra notes in there. So on a typical gig, you got 40 tunes, you're playing at a bar or whatever. That's 16,000 notes minimum that you're playing with your right hand. And if you're playing backbeat music, you might play about 4,000 notes in a night with your left hand. And typically those are non-consecutive notes versus the 16,000 consecutive notes with your strong hand. So your strong hand is definitely, it's always growing, and your left hand is just never going to catch up. So I just wanted to dispel a myth, because I know there's a lot of guys out there that'll tell you, just play stick control, that'll fix it, or lead everything with the left hand, that will fix it, and I'm here to tell you it won't. And the reason being is that even when you lead with the left hand, your right hand is still playing as many notes. All that you're doing is maybe putting a little more emphasis on the left hand, so you may correct a small balance issue, but your left hand's not going to catch up. The other thing is that stick control, which is a wonderful book, you play just as many notes with your right hand as what you do with your left. So again, it's not going to catch up. There's only one way to get your left hand to catch up, and that's just to play a lot of notes. So the good thing is that you don't have to play fast, okay? Your right hand got really fast, or your lead hand, sorry, got really fast by playing consistent notes just at a comfortable tempo. And the same thing holds true with your weak hand. A lot of guys try to really push the speed and they get all tense. That's not really going to build speed in your weak hand. What you need to do is just play a lot of notes at a comfortable tempo and do this every day. It has to be done every day. Now, there's a couple of ways that we can do this. Now, if you're familiar with the book The New Breed, Gary Chester has you lead everything with your left hand. And that's great practice, because that's how your right hand got stronger. So that's one thing that I definitely suggest. Another thing that I suggest is an exercise that I have, I've posted a video about in the past, and I'll put a link to that video if you didn't see it, where we're pulling Moliere accent strokes out. So it's basically, it's four 4-bounce Molieres, 4 3-bounce Molieres, and 2 2-bounce Molieres. So it looks like this. I warm up with that every time I hit the pad, and I only play it with my left hand. My right hand doesn't need it, okay? My right hand can do it very fast. My left hand, just like everybody else, it's stupid in comparison. It's slow. It doesn't have the control that my right hand has, nor does it have the control that I want it to have. So I will practice this, 8 to 12 times through the phrase. Oftentimes, once I'm done, I will then turn it into 30-second notes, again, leading with the left hand, filling in with the right. Right? Because I'm still really working that left hand, and it's, a little bit tired after doing the exercise on its own. So that's the first exercise that I always go through. The next thing that I do, because I don't really like leading with my left hand on a cymbal, though I do like watching Steve Smith play, and he does a lot of snare drum ostinatos. So I will do snare drum work with just the left hand, and I will read a book like Stick Control or Extreme Interdependence by Marco Miniman with my feet, not my right hand, my feet against that left hand. And the reason I do this is because the right hand's already strong, left hand is second strongest limb, and then right foot, left foot. These 3 limbs are really weak in comparison to the right hand. So it gives me an opportunity to play 3 and 4 note groupings with my feet against my left hand, build coordination, and just get notes in. So basically, I'm just going to do that on the pad here, and I'll play exercise 1 and exercise 3 of Stone Stick Control, page 5, with my feet as 8th notes against it. So I'm going to use just fingers as opposed to Moliere. So I'll I'll go through the whole page like that, both as eighths and sixteenths. And that's about the tempo that I do it at. It's not about playing it fast. It's just about getting notes in on the left hand. And I've noticed with my students and myself that your left hand control, dynamics, and speed improve very quickly from doing this. The last thing that I do is very similar to this, but now I'm going to use a 4-stroke Moliere. So same thing. Right? And again, I go through the whole page, 8th notes and 16th notes, and this is my typical warm-up. I think if you do this, give yourself a month or two, you will find that your speed grows exponentially, as will your control, your ability to pull out accents. It's simple, it's effective, and I know it goes against the grain of what most guys teach, but I found that it really does work. So guys, try it. Leave your comments in the section. I know there's going to be some naysayers, but please try it before you say anything negative about it, because believe me, man, it works. Talk to you guys soon.